Here's how to stop thinking about food. From a certified macronutrition coach, you went from this to this, getting rid of the food noise. I used to be constantly worried about what I was having for dessert, what I was having for dinner, dreaming about my next meal, be in a meeting or at work, thinking about food instead of thinking about the task at hand. And these three things help me completely get rid of that to the point where I only think about food when I'm literally hungry, or if I'm staring at it like I'm watching a foodie video on TikTok. The first things I started focusing on including more high volume, nutrient dense foods, more veggies, more fruit, whole grains, lean proteins. These helped me make sure that I was actually comfortably full and more satisfied from my meals. For example, I used to eat something very quick and processed for breakfast like a granola or fruit bar because it was easy and convenient, but an hour later I'm hungry. But nowadays my breakfast looks something like this. I have my healthy fats, for example, from the avocado. I have seeds which have fiber, so do the berries, and then I have eggs for proteins, whole grain bread for complex carbs, and this meal keeps me full for 4 to 5 hours, and I do not think about food because I'm comfortably full and satisfied. The second thing is I stopped relying on food to cope with feelings. If I was stressed, sad, bored, lonely, anything, I would use it as an excuse to order DoorDash or eat the whole tub of ice cream in my freezer. Now when I experience an emotion that makes me uncomfortable, I really sit with it to figure out why I'm feeling that way, work through it by journaling about it or talking it through with someone, and then I have a couple of healthy outlets I'll go to instead, like walking, reading, calling a friend, something that's not going to make me eat an extra 1,000 calories just to hide from my emotions. The third thing I did was create structure, but not in a restrictive way. A lot of the reason I was always thinking about food before is because I didn't have planned meals or snacks. It was just like, if I'm hungry, if I'm feeling like I want to eat something, I'm going to eat something. Now I pre-plan my breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner, even dessert. Because of this, I don't have to obsess about food because I literally know what I'm eating, and if I know that I want to have dessert, I already planned it for the day, so I know I'm going to be able to have it. Having structure eliminates analysis paralysis and decision fatigue because you don't have to make a decision about what you're eating because you already planned it out. And if you're someone who doesn't like rigid structure, try ingredient planning versus meal planning. For example, instead of saying I'm going to have chicken and pasta for dinner, you make 3 proteins, 3 grains, 3 vegetables, and just kind of pair throughout the week based on what you're feeling. These 3 things help me stop thinking about food and help me transform my relationship with food and my body. So if you want to lose 20 to 50 pounds and overcome that food noise in your head, I would love to help you. I help my clients achieve and maintain their weight loss goals where all foods still fit. You can learn all about our coaching program up in my bio.